Hey everybody, and welcome back. So today I'm going to go ahead and review this Firefly Legacy Collection Malcolm Reynolds action figure put out by Funko. First of all, I'm going to just show you the Malcolm Reynolds action figures I already have. This is another Funko one. It's just a, what do they call these, chibis? It's just a little small blind box figure. This is the first Malcolm Reynolds I ever got, which was from the Serenity line, and I think if you've watched my videos, this is not like the best Malcolm Reynolds action figure ever. I mean, it's really kind of poorly detailed, kind of dollar store like. This wasn't a very popular or successful line. They only made a few figures, as you can see on the back. And then they Funko came out and made this reaction figure for Firefly, which I'm not a big fan of the reaction line. They're everywhere. They're usually about $10 each. They're a throwback to the old style of action figures, which is kind of neat, and I appreciate the idea, and the packaging is quite similar to the old Star Wars Kenner action figures, you know, and of course Reaction uses their same font as the old Kenner logo. Keep is carded. One of two, I think I only have 2 or 3 Reaction figures. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of these. But finally, my wife got me this really well done Funko Malcolm Reynolds from the Firefly line, the Legacy Collection, and this is the one I want to open. So let's just start with the packaging. It's pretty large packaging, so I mean, it's pretty easy for me to want to open because these take up a lot of space. And the figure itself looks great. It looks like it's articulated. It's quite similar to this one from Serenity. Just better detail. He comes with the repeating rifle and with this pistol. So let's go ahead and open this figure up. There's a nice little background that comes out. Looks like a alien planet sort of landscape, which is really nice. You could, if you wanted to display it, it's nice that this comes out so easily. Figure comes very well protected. We'll go ahead and take this guy out. And let's take out his accessories. Actually, this is quite easy to unpackage, which is a nice change from what I usually get. So, he comes with 2 weapons. The famous signature pistol. The detail is pretty good. As well as his repeating rifle. It's very, very similar to a Western rifle, like a Winchester. I'm not a gun expert, but I don't see much of any, if any, difference between this accessory and what you might find with like a Western cowboy figure. And now let's look at the figure himself. The face is pretty good. Oops. It does look like there's a little paint fleck there. I think that's unintentional. Probably be able to carefully remove that. It does look a lot like Nathan Fillion. Articulation, it's very tight, and his hand just popped off. Let me pop that back in. Huh, the hand came right off. Huh. Let's be on the lookout for that. That hand comes off very easily. It's a little ball joint. The joints are very tight. He has ball hinge shoulders. Not a lot of range of motion, but I think if you loosen it up, he has his jacket, which is actually removable. You could remove the jacket and you could have him in just the shirt configuration, and I think it would look okay because the sleeves still match the shirt pretty well. He has his gun belt with his holster. He has a ball joint in the chest, no swivel waist. He has ball jointed thighs or hips, and then there's some swivel action in the thighs. Then there's that kind of Marvel Universe knee here with the kneecap, and then ball hinged ankles, as well as the sort of unfortunate hands that come off very easily. The pistol fits in the holster very well. That's good. That's really annoying when the pistol doesn't fit good in the holster, so that does fit very nicely. Let's see how it fits in his hand. It fits in the hand pretty well too. So you could get him in some really good poses. It's a good figure. I think they finally have come out with a good, decent Malcolm Reynolds action figure, which is long overdue for Firefly fans. It's got a few little problems, like the hand comes off pretty easily, but you can snap it back in. I think the poses you can get him into are pretty good. Let's get his trigger finger in there, right? There we go. He held his pistol really nicely. The joints are very tight. but nonetheless, I think you can get in some decent poses. Not a bad figure at all. Definitely superior to some of the other ones we've seen. So I would recommend getting this. I don't know if I'm going to get the whole line. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the other ones that are available. It looks like they have Jane, Kaylee, Warsh, and Zoe. But this is, if you're a Firefly fan, I would definitely pick this guy up. It's finally a decent Malcolm Reynolds. We've waited years and years and years to get one, so I think we finally have one. So anyway, I will go ahead and give this figure a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.